السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. I spoke in the last 2 weeks about Ghazwat Uhud, and today inshallah I will talk about some of the events which happened after Uhud. The result of Ghazwat Uhud and the defeat in the second part of Ghazwat Uhud made some of the Arabs at that time and even Quraysh to think that Muslims, they are weak now and we can start some actions against them to finish them. When we look, brothers and sisters, at all the attempts from Badr until Al-Khandaq, we'll find the mushrikeen at that time, they have one main target, and that target is to finish Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and the Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim. And it wasn't something that it tried to harm them. No, harming, yes, well, in their opinion, I think, was just the start. But the main objective is to finish Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam and even to take them from the roots. So what happened, as I said, encouraged some of the enemies of Muslims at that time to try. So we will find that Banu Asad, they thought that they can attack al-Medina, and Khalid bin Sufyan al-Hudli start to collect some of soldiers or followers to attack al-Medina, and Udal wal-Qara also, they cheated Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and Amr ibn al-Tufayl, he killed 70 of the Qurra at that time, and Yahud bin al-Nadir tried to kill the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But, subhanallah, all these attempts failed, mainly because of Allah's protection. Secondly, because the great leadership of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam and the wisdom, good planning that he used to face all these problems. So we'll start with Banu Asad. Now, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, when we look during Badr and Uhud, he used to have a strategy that all the time he sent his spies. So in Medina, in Mecca, in the tribes around Medina, he has these spies that they will bring him the information about what's happening. And this is, as you know, for any country, it is very important to have these type of agencies that to protect the country, because if you are sitting and you don't know what the other people are planning to you, so you'll find yourself, you are just finished while you are watching. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he understood the importance of this, and he used to send these people, which they call them bil-Arabi al-Uyun. So the news came to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that Banu Asad ibn Khuzaymah with their leader Tulayh al-Asadi, they are preparing to attack al-Medina. Why they are trying to attack al-Medina? For two reasons. The first reason, that they thought that when they attack al-Medina, that then they can take what's available there, the dates and all the good things there. And the second thing, that they will defeat Muslims, and in this way they are become like allies with Quraysh, that to prove that shirk will prevail against Islam. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he prepared a group of about 150 from Muhajirin and Ansar, and the Amir on that Sariyah was Abu Salama ibn Abd al-Asad al-Makhzumi, one of the great Sahaba radiyallahu alayhim, and one of the first who migrated to Abyssinia. Then after that he migrated to Al-Madinah, and we mentioned his story when I spoke about Hijrat al-Sahaba radiyallahu alayhim. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gave him the instructions. He said to him, go until you reach the land of Bani Asad, then attack them before they manage to gather their troops. So Abu Salama radiallahu anh, he went there until he arrived the borders of their area, and they find a lot of sheep, the livestock there. So they attacked the livestock. So when Banu Salama, Banu Asad noticed that, they ran away and they left all their sheep. So Muslims, they took all the sheep with them and as a booty, and went back to Al-Madinah. So this was a victory to Muslims with less effort. So the effort wasn't that much. But subhanallah, Abu Salama radiallahu anh, he was injured in Uhud. And because of the travel and coming back, and you know, when you are in this situation, his injury or his wound opened, and after that he died as a shaheed radiallahu anhu wa arda. The second attempt was Khalid bin Sufyan al-Hudli. Khalid bin Sufyan al-Hudli, he was in Mecca, and he started to collect people around the area of Arafat. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the news came to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and the Nabi alayhi salatu wasallam, he said, I need someone to go and kill that person before he will be managed to gather the people. Abdullah ibn Unais radiallahu anh, this great Sahabi radiallahu anh, and he is talking about this, and he said, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told him that Khalid bin Sufyan, he is preparing the people to attack al-Madinah, and he is in Arna, which is one of the parts of Arafat. So go and kill him. Now Abdullah ibn Unais doesn't know who is Khalid bin Sufyan. He doesn't know him. So he asked him, O Prophet of Allah, describe him to me. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said to him, إِذَا رَأَيْتَهُ وَجَدْتَ لَهُ قَشْعَرِيرًا. So when you see him, you will be frightened from him. This, when you feel that you are shaking, shivering, then he is the person. And this is a miracle. Yani Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he himself haven't seen this person, and he describing where he is and how he would recognize him. So Abdullah ibn Unais, he went with his sword, and he arrived there, and he saw Khalid bin Sufyan, and he was with a group of women there. They were preparing a tent. So he spoke to him. He said, who are you? And before that, sorry, when he saw him, he felt that he's shivering, that man is frightening. So he said, that's the person. So he asked him, and when he saw him, it was the time of Asr. And Abdullah ibn Unais, he doesn't want to miss the Asr. So what he did, he started praying the Asr and walking towards him until he reached him. So he asked him, and he said, yes, I am Khalid bin Sufyan. So he started talking to him until he was in a position that he can kill him. Then he took the sword and killed him. So, and when this happened, all these women started to cry and weep, and he ran away and went back to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw him, he said to him, "Aflah al-wajh." Yani your face telling me that you managed to do the mission. So Abdullah ibn Unais, he said, I killed him, O Prophet of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to him, Sadaqat. You are telling the truth. And this is again, brothers and sisters, telling us that this is a miracle that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how he know that he did that. He wasn't there, but when we remember that Jibreel alayhi salam used to give the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam the news all the time about what's happening. Now Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he'd like to give him a reward. Obviously Abdullah ibn Unais wasn't looking for money. He just looking for the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said to him, come with me. And the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave him his stick, al-asa, asa Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said to him, keep this with you, Abdullah ibn Unais. So he said, I attached it to my sword, so it will be with me all the time from now on. And when he died, Abdullah ibn Unais, he asked them to put the asa of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with him in the grave. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. And this obviously shows us that the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he knows how to choose the people, and he knows how to reward a person who done or who did this mission. The third thing which happened at that time, what the tribes of Udal wal Qara did against Muslims. There is here, when we come to this, we'll find 2-3 narrations talking about this subject. Al-Bukhari mentioned that the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam sent some of the Sahaba to find out the information about the enemies. And another narration saying that there is a group from Udal al-Qara came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they said, we have some Muslims in our tribes, and we'd like you to send with us some people to teach them the Quran. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam chose 10 of the Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim to go with them and to teach them the Quran. But what happened, actually, these people from Udal al-Qara, they arranged with Quraysh that will bring to you 10 of the followers of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, and we'll give them to you, and you will give us money for that. So, the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, sent with them 10 of the Sahaba radhiyallahu alayhim, and the Amir was Asim bin Thabit ibn al-Aqla. Then while they are moving, when they were between Asafan and Mecca, Banu Lahyan, who were there, they attack these 10 people. And they kept fighting until these 10 people came to a mountain. So when they reached the mountain, they said to them, look, you will be safe if you surrender. Now Asim bin Thabit radiallahu anh, he said, I cannot trust any mushrik. And he fought until he was killed. Then Asim bin Thabit radiallahu anh, he prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they will not be able to take his body. Because what they used to do, these people, the others who killed, when they catch them, after they kill them, they take all their clothes and they make them naked and they throw them away. So he prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, make my body haram on them, they cannot touch it. And he kept fighting them with everything he has. He started with the nabil, then after that with the arrows, then after that, and when all his arrows finished, then he fought with the sword until his sword finished and they killed him. So when they killed him and the body was there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent on those body the wisps, بالعربي الدبابير. So no one was able to touch his body. Then they said, okay, leave it until night time. Then maybe this dababir will go away. They came at night, still the same. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent rain. And that rain was so heavy, which make like a big stream at that time, and the stream took his body. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved his body. And this is karama, we can say, to one of these great Sahaba radiallahu anhum ajma'in. Now, two of the Sahaba, Ridwanullahi alayhim, many, they took them. One of them, Khubayb radiallahu an, and this Khubayb, they sold him to Quraysh. And they agreed, or they planned to kill him. And Khubayb radiallahu an, he knew that, and he was ready for the Shahada, because he knows that when they kill him, he will be Shaheed. Now when he knew that they will kill him, he asked the lady there, or the people, to give him subhanallah, something to shave, because he liked to follow the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So the lady gave him, and while he was preparing himself, she left one of her sons or daughters, and he was very young. So he went to play with the man, and he sat on his lap. So the woman, when she saw the knife in the hand of that Sahaba radhiyallahu alayhim, and the little boy there, she was so scared. She said, he knows that he will be killed. Now he will take this boy as a hostage and say, okay, if you free me, or I kill this boy. And she said to him, please, he said to her, don't worry. He's a boy, and I am not in a situation that I will break my vow. Because I asked you to help me, you helped me, and I will not break my vows. Then he sent the boy. Abu Sufyan came to him when they prepared him to be crucified, and he said to him, do you like to be here? Do you like Muhammad to be in your situation? He said that I prefer to be killed many times rather than Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be suffer from a thorn, shawka. And this shows you, brothers, the love that these Sahaba Ridwanullah alayhim has for Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Then before they killed him, he asked them to give him time to pray 2 rak'ahs. And the fuqaha, they are saying he is the first one who established the 2 rak'ah of al-qatl. Yani if someone he will be killed in this situation, then it is permissible to pray 2 rak'ah at that time. And they are saying Khubayb ibn Adi radiallahu anh, he was the first person who established this sunnah to pray 2 rak'ah before that. And so they crucified him, and then one of Quraysh, Amr ibn Umayyah, he came and took him and buried him. Zayd ibn Dathna, the second one, was bought by Safwan ibn Umayyah, and he killed him instead of Umayyah ibn Khalaf, who was killed in Badr. And again, they offered him to just say something about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they will free him. And he answered nearly the same answer of Khubayb ibn Adi. He said, والله ما أحب أن محمد الآن في مكاني الذي هو فيه تصيبه شوكة تؤذيه وإني جالس في أهلي. So I don't like that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who is in Medina now, that he will be suffer from even a thorn, and I am sitting here. Now we can see from these 2 Sahabas Ridwanullah alayhim the love they have for Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and from Khubayb how he like in the last minutes to practice the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wasallam. The next event, brothers, which is after Uhud, طمع عامر بن الطفيل في المسلمين وفاجأت بئر معونة. So when Amir ibn al-Tufayl, he thought that he can do something to harm Muslims at that time, and what happened in, we can say, the massacre of Bi'r Ma'una. So Amr ibn al-Tufayl, he one of the leaders of Bani Amr, and he was so arrogant, and he was looking to be a king or a leader, a very big leader at that time. And he noticed that the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he became stronger, and now he's in Medina and he defeated Quraysh. Then again there is a war between him and Quraysh, and he was expecting that sooner Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam will be the leader of Arab Peninsula. So what he thought, because he was only thinking about this dunya, he thought, let me go talk to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and try to make a deal with him. What's the deal? I will give you all support you need, but you write for me like a contract. If you die, then I will be the king after you. So he went to Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and he offered him, he said, you can choose between three things. أن يكون لك أهل السهل ولي أهل المدن. So you will take the cities and I'll take like the countryside. And or I will be your heir, so when you die I'll be the one after you. Or if you don't accept these two, I will attack you with all Ghatafan. And he said, Ghatafan, thousands of people. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he refused all these offers. Obviously, in Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he's not the one that he can accept sharing the authority with Islam, that someone like Amr ibn Tufayl. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam will not accept that someone like him will be the heir of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And these ways of threatening Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam doesn't work with the Prophet alayhi salatu wasallam. So the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam refused all of that. Then what happened? There are a person from the same tribe, Bani Amir, called Mula'ab al-Asinna, Sayyid Mula'ab al-Asinna. And he is one of also the leaders of Bani Amir. And he's the uncle of Amir ibn Tufayl. So he came to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and he offered the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam a present, a gift. The Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam invited him to Islam. He said, no, I don't want to become Muslim, but I'd like to have an agreement with you that let your people come to Bani Amir and invite them to Islam, and they are safe. But I don't want to be a Muslim myself. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, because he knew that he's one of the leaders, he accepted that. But when it came to the gift, to the present, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, I cannot accept hadiyah min mushrik. I cannot accept any gift from mushriks. He gave him the hadiyah. So this Mula'ab al-Asinna, he gave the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam the guarantee that anyone comes to Bani Amir to preach Islam there, or teach the people who would like to be Muslims the deen, they will be safe. And he said, I'll guarantee this. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam believed him. And he chose 70 of the Qur'an. You remember when we spoke about Ahl al-Suffah? So these were from Ahl al-Suffah. These people that they studied the Quran with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, learned the rules of the Islam. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he'd like to send with him teachers, people who can teach the people. And I am sure you have an idea about this. At that time, in Arabia, in general, the people, they highly respected any vows or any commitments. So when a man come and say, I guarantee, that's it. And in some cases, that person, he might offer his life to defend what he said. And you remember when the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam came back from al-Ta'if, Mut'ab ibn Adi, he said, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, under my protection, no one can do anything to him. And with Abu Bakr, so this custom that the person can say, can give a guarantee, and the people respect it, was well known. And the people, they don't expect that there will be this ghadr, we call it, which is not part of the Arab mentality or the Arab way of life at that time. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he he sent with him 70 of the Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhi. So the one who's the leader was Al-Mundhir bin bin Amr. So when they reached the area, Amr ibn Tufail, the first one who came and gave these offers, he called the people. They said, look, Muslims came here and they like to spread their deen and these things. Why you accept them? So the people started to come to attack them. Now Mula'ab al-Asinna start to say, people, they are under my guarantee. They refused, they don't want to listen to him, and they started fighting them. And these people, they are not fighters, and they killed all the 70 except that one Mundhir bin Amr. And that that massacre at that time was so hard on the Prophet ﷺ, on Muslims. And because the thing, it wasn't from tribe or from that the Nabi ﷺ will go and attack them straight away. So Nabi ﷺ kept making qunut against them for 1 month. In every salah, in the last rak'ah, in Nabi ﷺ, he used to make dua. And them after Sami Allahu liman hamidah, he will say, pray against Bani Sulaiman, Bani Sulaim, Ra'al, Dakwan, Usayya, and the Sahaba used to make qunut after him, and which is they call it qunut al-nawazil. And when there is a problem affecting the ummah, it is permissible for the imam to make qunut in all the salawat, Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. So he make dua, and all these salawat he can make the qunut, and the people will make ta'meen as they made with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In that massacre, one of the Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim, Haram ibn Malhan, when they hit him by an arrow and from the back and came from the front, he said, Fuztu wa Rabbul Kaaba, I am succeeded by the Lord of the Kaaba. And Subhanallah al-Azim, these words shows us many things. The first thing, that these people, the Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhim, this doesn't scare them. Actually, they were looking for the Shahada, because they know what the Quran said about the Shahada. They know what the Prophet ﷺ talking about the Shahada. Nabi ﷺ, he spoke in a hadith that when you die as a shaheed, there are 6 things. The first thing, that he will be forgiven all his sins with the first drop of his blood. عند أول نقطة من دم. يرى مقعده من الجنة. He will see his place in Jannah. And he will marry to al-Hur al-Ain. And he will intercede for 70 of his people. Subhanallah, what a great reward, that he will intercede, shafa'ah, for 70 of his people. And yu'amman min adhab al-qabr, that he will not have any of adhab al-qabr, which is most of the people can face unless they are true believers. Now, this Sahaba Ridwanullahi alayhi, Haram bin Malhan, when the arrow came to him, he wasn't scared. He didn't start weeping and praying that, please, leave me alone, don't kill me, I'll do what you like. No, He said, فزت ورب الكعبة. This incident affected one who was there. And when he saw this, he said, what is this deen? What this deen will make a person who is dying saying, فزت ورب الكعبة. The people, when they die, they say, I am lost, finished. But no, he said, فزت ورب الكعبة. And these incidents shows us how the Sahaba Ridwanullah alayhim managed to achieve what they achieved. Because the Shahada was part of their personality. The Shahada is something that they are looking forward for it. And I remember here Khalid bin Walid radiallahu anh, when he was in Yarmouk, he said to the Romans, or to someone he was talking about the number of Muslims and number of the Romans, he said, I came with people that they love death as you love life. يحبون الموت كما تحبون الحياة. And this is the difference between us and those, the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in many incidents, when you see the enemies of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how they act, how they run away, in some cases, how they chain them, how they put them in the tanks and all of these things. And you look at Muslims, they are fighting with nothing. They don't have tanks, they don't have equipment, they don't have anything. They have only the aqeedah, the belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in many cases you'll find those without these, a lot of equipments, they can defeat those with lot of equipments, because here there is the iman, the aqeedah, and there is only they believe in the material things. And when we look at many of the battles between Muslims and Kafirs, we'll find that never the number was one of the important things in achieving the victory. All the time, or most of the time, you'll find Muslims less than the Kafirs, but they managed to defeat them. And the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam even spoke about the shaheed. Does he feel the pain? He said, ما يجد الشهيد من مس القتل إلا كما يجد أحدكم من مس القرصة. So the shaheed, he doesn't suffer from the killing, or he suffers only as you can suffer if someone just bite you. So there's nothing. This is how the shaheed will feel. And just to repeat the hadith about the 6 things, للشهيد عند الله 6 خصال يغفر له في أول دفعة من دمه، يرى مقعده من الجنة، يجار من عذاب القبر، يأمن من الفزع الأكبر، يحلى حلة الإيمان، يزوج من الحور العين، يشفع في 70 إنسانا من أقاربه. And this is in Sahih al-Tirmidhi, Shaykh al-Albani rahmatullah alayhi. So the first one will all his sins will be forgiven with the first drop of his blood. He will see his place in Jannah. He will be saved from the punishment of the grave. He will be saved on the day of judgment, and he will have like hulla min al-iman, and he will marry from al-hur al-ain, and he will intercede for 70 of his relatives. And this incident, brothers, tells us that Muhammad ﷺ doesn't know al-ghayb, which is a subject you'll find, unfortunately, many Muslims, they think that Muhammad ﷺ knows al-ghayb. Why they think? Because 2 things I can say. One, misinterpreting some of the incidents which happened in the life of Muhammad ﷺ. Secondly, they try to exaggerate the state of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and some of them they just raise him to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because we'll find in some sects they make the Imam Ma'soom. So yeah, if they make the Imam Ma'soom, what about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? They say, and if they are people, they are saying Imam Ma'soom, what about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, لو كنت أعلم الغيب لاستكثرت من الخير وما مسني السوء. Yeah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordering Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam to say, if I know al-ghayb, I will not be harmed and nothing will happen to me, any harm I mean. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وعنده مفاتح الغيب لا يعلمها إلا هو. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has the keys of al-ghayb. He is the only one who knows it. There is about 10 ayahs in the Quran saying clearly, generally and specifically, that ilm al-ghayb is only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And on the other hand, saying that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam doesn't know al-ghayb. This is number one. Number two, misinterpreting when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying something which is the people there cannot see. And when we read it now, as we spoke about Abdullah ibn Unais, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't see that Khalid al-Hudli, but he informed him about how he will recognize him, and he told him when he came back that you are telling the truth. Does this mean that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam knows al-ghayb? No. There is ilm al-ghayb. If I am saying ana a'lam al-ghayb, I know by myself, by my abilities. But when I am informed about this is بالعربي نقول أعلم الغيب. So he was informed. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he doesn't have the knowledge of al-ghayb. He will be informed about al-ghayb. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam told us in many hadiths that this what will happen in the future, and it happened as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said it. Does that mean that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam knows by himself this ghayb? No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed him that this will happen, and he delivered the message. So this very important thing about Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam and ilm al-ghayb. Tisa. So we have inshallah. Now we'll move from this subject to other subject happened during that time, and one of it that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam married to some of his wives. The first one is Zainab bint Khuzaymah, al-Masakin, the mother of the needy. Who is she? She's Zainab bint Khuzaymah ibn al-Harith al-Hilaliyah, and she's from Bani Abdul Manaf, and she used to call in al-Jahiliyyah al-Masakin because she used to feed the needy all the time. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he married her in Ramadan in the third year of al-Hijrah, and according to Ibn Ishaq, after 31 months of Hijrat al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and she stayed with the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam 8 months. Then after that she died radiyallahu anha wardaha. Why Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam married Zainab? Because Zainab bint Khuzaymah, because she was the wife of Abdullah ibn Jahsh radiyallahu anhu, one of the great Sahaba radiyallahu alayhim. Abdullah ibn Jahsh, he was killed in Uhud. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, to look after this lady, he married her, which shows you the loyalty of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam to his Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim. And as you know, at that time you don't have social services and benefits and these things. So if the woman does not have a family, then she's stuck, because there is no income, no source of income at all. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam married her not for this dunya. He married her because this woman now, she has no one to look after her. So Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam married her, and she was old anyway. Then she actually died 8 months after that. Then after that, the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam married Salama radiallahu anha. You remember we spoke about Abu Salama radiallahu anha, who died after he tried or he attacked Banu Asad, and in his way back his wound opened and he died. Salama came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and she complained about herself, and what shall I do? Yani Abu Salama died and no one left for me. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said to her, say Allahumma ighfir li wa lahu wa aqibni minhu uqba hasana. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to her, pray for him, say Allahumma ighfir li wa lahu, oh Allah, forgive me and forgive him, and replace him or give me after him something better. So when Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that to Salama, she was thinking, who will be better than Abu Salama? Because it shows you that that lady was used to love Abu Salama radiallahu anh too much, and when he died, she thought that no one after Abu Salama will replace him. Then after the Iddah, Abu Bakr, he asked her for marriage, she refused. Umar the same. Then in Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he spoke to one of his relatives, or according to some narrations, to one of her sons. So when the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke to her, she said, look, firstly, I have a lot of children. Secondly, I am old woman. Thirdly, I am a person who is so jealous. So if you'd like to accept, there is no problem. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam replied to her with very beautiful reply. He said to her sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for the children, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will provide them. Don't worry. For the jealousy, don't worry, I will pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to move that from your heart. And for the age, I am older than you. So this, look at the words of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Then the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he had said that, she said to her son, then tell the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam that, okay, or go and you are my wali and accept my marriage to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Then the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said to her, or he agreed with her that he will stay with her 3 days before he go back to the same way that he used to treat the other Sahabiya, the other wives of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Now, the wisdom of the marriage of Salama, that Salama from Bani Makhzum. And if you remember that Bani Makhzum in Mecca, many of them, they were against Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when you look at all his marriages, you'll find there is a motivation behind it. There is a reason. And this is something many people, when they talk about the marriage of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they talk about it in a way that they are trying to say Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a person, he just like women, and 1, 2, 3, 4. But actually, as I said, when you look what is behind every marriage of every wife, you'll find there is a reason. And mainly that reason for Islam in itself. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he was with Khadija radiallahu anha. How many years? He was 25 when he married Khadija radiallahu anha. Then 15 years until the Ba'ath. Then 10 years after that. So 25 years with a lady. She was older than him according to many of the narrations. And during that time, in Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he didn't marry any other wife. Then after he moved to Al-Madinah, now the situation changed. And the leader, he'd like now to establish a network, I can say, with the people. And one of the best ways to establish good network is this al-musahar, that when the people, they become in-laws. So Salama radiallahu anha from Bani Makhzum, and now Bani Makhzum will start thinking now about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's not the enemy. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam now, he is our in-law. So and if, for example, later he will have a child from her, then he will say, oh, okay, we are the uncles of the son of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this was, we can say, one of the political reasons behind the marriage of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam of Salama. And again with Zainab bint Khuzaymah, that in Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the reason, because he was loyal to the Shaheed Abdullah ibn Jahsh radiallahu anhu. At that time, after he married Salama radiallahu anha, Al-Hasan bin Ali radiallahu anhu was born. And Imam al-Qurtubi said that Al-Hasan radiallahu anhu was born in Sha'ban of the year 4 of Hijrat al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And Al-Husayn, he was born nearly about 10 or 11 months after the birth of Al-Hasan radiallahu anhu. So both of them, yani, less than 1 year between them. And Al-Nawawi, Imam Al-Nawawi, he confirmed that Al-Hasan was born on the 5th of Sha'ban of the year 4 of Al-Hijrah radiallahu anhu warda. Now when Al-Hasan was born, his father Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu called him Harb. And he came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and they said, to give him the news, and he said, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me a baby boy. What you called him? He said, I called him Harb. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, no, he is Al-Hasan. And this was the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In many cases, we'll find that the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam changed the names of the people to make it better, because all the time the name, when you change it, so someone was Sa'ab, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam called him Sahl. Someone was Burra, called Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam changed that to Zainab, and so on. The last thing I'd like to mention today is about Zayd ibn Thabit radiallahu anhu. Zayd ibn Thabit radiallahu anhu brought him to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he was a young man, maybe 15, 18, something like this. And they said to him, he can be with you all the time, as a servant. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to Zayd ibn Thabit, I receive sometimes letters from the Jews, and they write it in Hebrew. So, can you learn the language of these people? He said, yes, I can, O Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Zayd ibn Thabit radiallahu anhu started to learn it, and he managed to learn it in 15 days. And this shows you how genius, not clever only, how genius was Zayd ibn Thabit radiallahu anhu. And myself, I spent 3 years learning Hebrew, and after that I forgot it. So, but because it's not easy to learn another language and be professional in it, and after that you start writing and reading. So after that, when any letter comes from the Jews to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Zayd ibn Thabit will translate it to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and when the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam like to write to them, he will reply. And this shows you the importance of learning the languages of the other people for these security reasons, which is the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was aware of it and aware of the importance of learning the language of other people. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala helped me to talk about, part of the life of our great Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sallam, and we'll continue inshallah next week. Jazakumullah khair for listening. Subhanakallahumma hamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.